when throughout every ward, local creatures were casting their votes for Rob Ford. The lines on the ballots were connected with care, in hopes that a loudmouth soon would be mayor. Torontonians itched from the bugs in their beds, and had visions of bigger pests acting as city head. When in Nathan Phillips Square there arose such a ruckus, I sprang from my bed to see what was about to fuck us. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a small gravy train in some election years, with a sweat-covered driver so angry and slick, I knew in a moment he was a huge dick. More rapid than streetcars the other candidates came. Ford screamed and he shouted and called them by name. Hey Rossi, hey Smitherman, hey Joe Pantaloni, Sarah Thompson, Mama Leedy, Adam Jimbroni. It is I who shall reign at Toronto City Hall. Now fade away, fade away, fade away all. One by one from the race the other candidates withdrew, leaving George Joey Pants and Robert Ford too. The e-health scandal would aid George's defeat, while Joe Pantaloni was just too petite. I gripped my head as the new mayor was crowned. To the podium Rob Ford came with a bound. He was dressed in a suit with a collar too tight, his political leanings too far to the right. A politically sound platform is something he lacked, and he looked on the brink of a big heart attack. His eyes made me nervous, his smile made me wary. He shouted when he spoke, sort of like Don Cherry. His promises seemed but a tad hyperbolic, and his face glowed bright red like a raging alcoholic. Squint covered his face, his forehead was shiny, something about him seemed a bit swiny. Empty promises spewed through his tiny white teeth. The stench of bullshit encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he yelled like a tub full of jelly. I felt shame for my city, disapproval, reproach, and as it happens, I don't care if he's a football coach. He was chubby and plump, a right angry new mayor, and I cringed when I saw him, despite being a taxpayer. Support from Jim Flaherty, and congrats from Mike Harris. As a Torontonian, I am deeply embarrassed. Gotham City, Pottersville, a Detroit City alley, Biff's alternate 1985 in Hill Valley. Ford uttered catchphrases and went straight to his work. He claims to be just like me, just he's a much bigger jerk. But his claims resonated with the regular Joes. They gave him their votes, and up the polls Rob Ford rose. He sprang into office to both cheering and whistles, and announced 22 councillors' swift dismissals. But I heard him exclaim, ere David Miller stepped down, I've got respect for taxpayers, unless they're downtown.